right, big spot here for the former undisputed UFC middleweight champion, Israel Adesanya, and he's not too emotionally attached to a lot of these results. I expect a big effort out of him here tonight.
You know, John, I love that you teed it up that way, because I was just thinking that for a guy that seemed to be on a rocket ship to the moon, becoming a middleweight champion, he handles adversity as well as anyone I've ever seen. When he lost to Jan Blachowicz, when he tried to become double champion, still even keel. When he lost his championship, even keel. I believe that ability will allow for him to work his way back to a championship opportunity, where I expect him to be very competitive and possibly earn himself the belt back.
And skill for skill, there are a lot of people that still believe he's the best middleweight in the world. A lot of the elite 185-pounders believe that Izzy, and not necessarily Pereira, represent the toughest matchup for them. We'll see how Adesanya fares in this critical matchup here tonight. All right, so we get another look and title defense for the UFC's undisputed welterweight champion, and he's chasing greatness, right? He wants to be mentioned alongside Georges St. Pierre. Kamaru Usman is one of the greatest welterweight champions. To keep that dream alive, gotta hold serve as the favorite tonight.
For him, it was about getting there. And once he got there, Johnny started thinking bigger. How do I build my resume? How do I build the legacy? How do I do enough to be remembered? It's all about legacy for this guy. It's fight by fight. But every time you speak to him, he talks in historical terms. He's just a tremendous champion.
Well, and some people were suggesting this week that he move up a division and chase double champ status. He is focused on the task at hand. We'll see if he can handle it with flying colors tonight. Islam Makhachev steps inside the octagon. He looks ready to go. And now our tail of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. To get us started with the official introductions, we go inside to the veteran voice of the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
All right, Herb Dean, our referee for this one, just about to get underway. All right, so we get another look at Israel Adesanya here tonight. Let's see if he can get off to a fast start. He's not a guy that forces the finish. He will tell you as much that he likes to feel things out a little bit early on. He knows his opponent's going to come shooting at those legs. More often than not, short sample size in the UFC, but Israel Adesanya's takedown defense has held up. All right, so there it is. Just to your expectation, Daniel, you felt like the wrestler was going to be able to get his takedown game going, and the kickboxer is floored immediately here in round one.
Well, they say wrestlers have the ability to dictate where the fight takes place, especially against a kickboxer. And with that takedown, he proved that point very sternly. Nice shot there by the champ.
Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there. Oh, you land, I land. Is that what we're doing here? Oh, outstanding placement as he lands the knee to the body. Again, the taller fighter making noise with a knee strike there. Midway through round one. Oh, and there's a kick to the body, not having that one blocked by Islam Makhachev. Oh, nice job landing the knee there. He's got a lot of size for this division. Shot there, he's lucky his head's still attached to his body.
The last time I saw an uppercut like that, it was Overeem versus Ngannou, and you know they still haven't found Alistair Overeem's head.
Under 2 minutes to go in a back-and-forth first round here. Takes his back now. Makhachev's in half guard. Ooh, good movement to avoid that strike from the top. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Islam Makhachev. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas.
Big ground and pound.
Makhachev's back in full mount. Oh, he locks up the triangle now, DC. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
Oh, it looks like the end of the fight. It looks like this one is about done. This guy is a triangle expert. He got it set up. He jumped on it so quick, and now he's just going from step to step, trying to get the finish. It's about to be over.
Round two next.
Stop.
All right, there's the horn, and what a round, champ. We got to talk about the knockdown. When you knock somebody down like that, it got to be kind of fun to strut your way back to the store.
I mean, you are 10 foot tall. When you can drop another person with a strike, you are 10 foot tall. Now, the issue is he did not find the finish, and he used a lot of energy trying to finish that fight.
All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's your replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal, and if he can land, he does have the ability to damage him.
Ready.
Second round underway. Man, look at Adesanya putting his words into action. I don't throw and hope, I aim and fire. The accuracy is just on a completely different level, and not surprising that he has drawn comparisons to the consensus greatest middleweight champion in UFC history, the great Anderson the Spider Silva.
He loaded up on that right there, too.
Oh, is that a huge strike right there? I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job. Nice inside leg kick by Israel.
Well, body language is a great indicator, and that is one confident man right there after a big knockdown in the previous round.
He did everything right to secure that knockdown. Perfect setup with the hands. Got the knockdown. Let's see if he can go find the shot that's going to finish the fight.
All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of follow.
Attempting an armbar here.
He's got it isolated.
Oh, the submission defense holds up. He gets out.
He said that he was ready for everything that would be thrown at him. In that position, he showed that and proved it.
Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it, because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively.
Well, landing several strikes here from the top, standing over his opponent. Good work here by Islam Makhachev. All right, so the fighter's setting up another sub attempt here. Oh, he's got that submission locked in.
Oh, that's it.
Let's work. You said what? You need to work.
Working out of choke, and he somehow gets out.
He just had to stay patient. It's so unfamiliar. If you panic, you're going to get submitted. He didn't panic. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Ground and pound strike there now.
All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here.
Look at that. Recognizing he's about to lose position.
Good work from the top here by Islam Makhachev. All right, that's the end of round number 2.
Okay, settle down, settle down. Now, his striking is way too amateur for you, okay? You have superior hands. You're going to stick with them. I don't want you to think about anything else.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Adesanya's strike there is blocked. Nice job by the defense. Oh, and he lands another knee there, DC. It doesn't always pay to be the taller fighter. In this instance, it most certainly did. Oh, looks like he's trying to set up the takedown. There's the attempt. Makhachev's got a bruise appearing on that left side right now. You got to think that body investment is going to pay dividends later. Takedown defense holds up.
Look at the control of the posture as they land that knee.
Pinpoint execution on that punch there, and again, he's got a huge reach advantage over the opposition. You might as well use it. Oh, huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished. Oh, nice level change.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Adesanya. Trying for a submission now. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense. Big right hook there by the champ.
Print the shirts, ground and pound. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
All right, has the guard closed here.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Under a minute to go.
Oh, right into mount.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Adesanya. And there it is, another strike on the ground gets through.
He's got to be careful here.
Let's go. Final seconds of round 3. All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds.
All right, looking good, looking good. Breathe. Breathe. You got that one. That was beautiful. Nice.
All right, that horn signifies the end of the round. Let's take us through some replays, champ.
And the replays are going to be kicks. That's the story of this fight to this point. He is landing these kicks at will, just driving his shin into his opponent's legs, and it's really starting to slow him down.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. Fourth round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about these championship rounds.
The fourth round is easily the hardest round in fighting. You're so used to fighting up to 3. You got to get back off of that stool, and this is a real test of your desire to win a fight.
All right, feet on the hips here. Makhachev's in half guard. Lands with the ground and pound. Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control.
In the half guard.
Attempting a choke now. Oh, that Von Flue choke is tight. Oh, you don't see this every day. Nice adjustment.
He's trying to get to the opposite side and get an arm triangle. Had the submission in very tight, but as it started to slip, he went right back to the dominant position.
Under 3 minutes to go in round 4.
Now he's going full mount. He's got to be careful here.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Islam Makhachev. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here. There it is. Now he's going to mount.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Islam Makhachev. Oh, looks like he's got that arm pin in the triangle now. Oh, how about that? He gives up on the submission. Looked pretty tight to me. All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed. Under a minute now to go in this one. Good, solid strike on the ground. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Adesanya's got a pretty deep bruise now starting to appear on the right side of his body. His opponent has done a lot of work in that region tonight. Relentless pressure from the top by Islam Makhachev. Ooh, arm triangle's in tight.
It's getting in very tight.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
You ready to fight? Ready. Go.
Fifth and final round forthcoming. Oh, huge right hand. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Just out of range with that left hook. Well, his wrestling has been a great equalizer thus far in his UFC career and gets the single leg takedown.
And you know that it's his shot. It's his shot of choice. A single leg takedown, and he's securing it, and he's doing it and scored it over and over.
Lands with the ground and pound here. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Makhachev's in half guard. Oh, what do we got here? Looks like an arm triangle attempt. Oh, that arm triangle's wicked tight.
He's starting to get it in very deep.
just what the doctor ordered. He gets back to the feet.
John, it's like a Hail Mary. He needed to get up to his feet to give himself an opportunity. He got there. Now let's see if he can cash in. He's got to either go southpaw or he has to actually just try to throw the whole kitchen sink at him.
Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here. That's a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Makhachev's back in full mount. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. So we go under a minute to go in the fight. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. All right, so he lets go of the submission now.
He let go because he saw that he was going to lose his position. You've got to maintain dominant position when you're in a fight.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Islam Makhachev. Side control now. Final 10 seconds of the fight. We'll see how the judges saw it. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. For the winner by majority decision, and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Israel